Hello, welcome to the workplace at the River Thursday Biz Talk. The topic of this Biz Talk is successful personal branding in LinkedIn. My name is David Ho and I'm the Program Director of Navigator Digital Academy. And today, I'm going to share with you on how you could learn to improve and promote your LinkedIn profile so that your target market will follow you, connect with you, and buy from you. Tonight's 30 minutes Biz Talk is structured in this manner. I will explain why you need to optimize your LinkedIn marketing. I will share best practices on optimizing your LinkedIn profile, that is, writing your headlines, enhancing your profile, and networking events to attend, and create thought leadership content. I will teach you how to ensure your LinkedIn profile is completed, fully branded, and enhanced. I will show you how to grow your target audience on LinkedIn. And finally, you will learn how to promote your thought leadership. After the end of my talk, I will give you two recommended resources. One is LinkedIn Targeting Playbook for advertising, and the other 37 tips for social selling on LinkedIn. So please stay back till the end of the talk. So why do you need to optimize your LinkedIn marketing? According to We Are Social Media report, out of 32 million people in Malaysia, there are 26 million people in Malaysia who are active in social media. An astounding 99% of them are active mobile social users. Out of 26 million active mobile social users, 91% of them are engaged or have contributed to social media in the past month. They spend a hefty amount of time using social media, 2 hours 45 minutes in a day, and 57% of them use it for work purposes. While it is important to use YouTube, WhatsApp, and Facebook as the main social media market platform, LinkedIn can provide audiences who are high net worth income individuals and enables the marketers to target those working in multinational companies. LinkedIn is super relevant for B2B or business-to-business marketing. With 675 million LinkedIn members in the world, it gives you the opportunity to connect and communicate with both professionals and businesses across more than 200 countries. Well, not all of them are active, but look for the green dot on their profile pictures and LinkedIn Premium Badge on their profile section. So, your LinkedIn profile is the cornerstone of your professional brand in the online space. But yet many professionals create a LinkedIn profile that looks like their resume or their CVs. If you are using LinkedIn to attract clients, a simple list of your professional experiences could be the most boring content to have on your profile page. Instead, complete all the profile basics in a way that will convey your personality. According to LinkedIn, 50% of all business-to-business buyers use LinkedIn as the main source for making purchase decisions, and 76% of business-to-business buyers prefer to work with recommendation from their professional network. Thus, LinkedIn enables you to access that business network. Very simply, LinkedIn is the go-to website. If you're looking to connect with and get noticed by decision makers in a particular industry, and if you have a profile that is incomplete, it's kind of like turning up in a business meeting half-dressed. You are unlikely to be taken seriously when it comes to making a major purchase. People buy from people before they buy your products. Your buyers need to feel confident that you are competent, trustworthy, and knowledgeable before they have the confidence to engage with your services. 70% of the buyer's journey happens online before customer engages with you. This is the effect of ROPO, R-O-P-O. So what is ROPO? It stands for Research Online and Purchase Offline. So by making the right impression on LinkedIn and engaging with potential buyers, you can influence that customer journey. and so that by the time they have spoken with you, you have already been pre-sold. Before I teach you how to look good on LinkedIn, you need to be thinking of what you're going to say on LinkedIn. And this is the most difficult aspect in social media marketing. It is called content marketing. I'm sure you are eager to get started on completing your profile. But wait, it is important that you are first clear on what you want to get out of LinkedIn. So which of this describes your objective? Is it getting hired? Or is it to raise your profile in industry? Or is it to collaborate or partner with someone? Or is it to find experience? Or is it looking to work with a particular company? Or just developing your knowledge? Your objective will determine what information you include in your profile. It will also determine where you need to focus your energy. If you're hoping to be hired, sharing your relevant experience will matter. If you're trying to raise your profile, you will need to spend more time sharing useful content, such as blogs and videos that your network can easily come across. Writing your headline. First, you will need to review your current position and answer the following questions. What are the results that you strive for in your role? What aspects of your work do you specialize and do better than others in similar position? The next question you will need to ask yourself is what individual skills do you use in your job that could easily be listed on your profile? Try to think of your role's responsibilities and everyday tasks and break it down into individual skills. The next question is, what media can you add to your profile to highlight your success? Are there any interviews, case studies, or videos? Question: are there any colleagues, clients, or other acquaintances who will be able to give you a testimonial to use on your profile? Try to list people who can comment on the different areas of your skills. Networking events to attend. Make a list of networking events you could attend in order to grow your contacts you have connected with on your profile. This could be industry-wide events that you regularly attend, summits or workshops you could give a talk at, or even an event you host and promote yourself. So I want you to think of a list of events that you could attend. Thought leadership to creating content. Question: what topics could you regularly write about and contribute meaningful insights to? You can create a rough plan of when you will write about this content and try to include an unique hook for your content to make it stand out from the crowd. You could fall back on your personal experience in the industry, or you could present an unpopular opinion or share a lesser known information or be a new opinion on an existing subject. Vary your content type both by mediums like written articles, infographics, or videos, and approaches such as interviews, statistics, or FAQs, frequently asked questions. So I want you to take some time after this talk to think about content ideas or hook and the type of content when you are going to publish them. This is a very short and concise approach to plan out your editorial content calendar. Next step, ensuring your LinkedIn profile is completed and fully branded. Congratulations, you are a brand. The reality is that you are a brand whether you like it or not. You have an image, a reputation, or your network sees you in a certain way. It's up to you how you want to control it or not. When it comes to LinkedIn, you need to systematically use it to promote yourself and shape how others sees you. That's branding for a business. As we are bombarded with more and more online information, our attention span has been shortened from 12 seconds in year 2000 to only 8 seconds now. When your target audience visits your LinkedIn profile, the first thing they see is your photo and headline. Everything else is below the fold. You have very little time to make an impression. If someone is deciding whether they want to connect with you, they are only thinking one thing: what's in it for me? They do not care about what you do. They want to know what results from what you deliver. On your left is an example of a profile on a mobile phone. Most LinkedIn usage is now on mobile devices, where attention spans are even shorter. I focus on what I deliver rather than what I do. To ensure your profile can be easily found, you need to ensure the following sections are completed. Include keywords that are relevant to your target audience, like your professional headlines, your professional summary, and your experience. In addition, it helps if you could add any relevant keywords to the skills and endorsement section. Completing your profile. The very first thing people see when they visit your profile is your photo. In this section, I will take you through how to create the right professional headshot. And please, do not do this, I beg you. Pick a photo that looks like you. Well, it may sound obvious, but your photo should give your prospective client a clear idea of what you do look like if they were to meet you tomorrow. You have probably met someone whose social profile photos looks nothing like how they look now. Maybe it's a photo that was taken 10 years ago, before they started wearing glasses or before they dyed their hair. It could be startling to meet them in person if you only got a picture to go by, and it might even make you question their credibility. Make sure your LinkedIn profile pictures is up to date within the past few years and reflects how you look like on a daily basis, your hair, your glasses, your makeup, and so on. If you do change your appearance drastically, consider taking off fresh pictures to keep your prospective clients in the loop. The first time they see you in person might be when they come in for a meeting, and it could be an online meeting like Zoom. So giving them the ability to quickly identify you helps to improve their experience and put them at ease. The ideal size for your LinkedIn profile picture is 400 by 400 pixels. Larger file sizes are also fine, although 8 megapixels is the max, but try to watch out for small and low resolution images. If your picture looks a bit blurry when you upload it, you might want to opt for a different one. And this might also happen if you try to take a picture of a picture, like taking the picture of a photo of your ID badge. Make sure your face takes up at least 60% of the frame. Using a picture of yourself standing on top of a distant mountain peak works well for some social media platforms, but it's not ideal when you want a prospective client to know what you look like. Instead, aim to have your face filling up about 60% of the space. Crop the picture from the top of your shoulder just above your head so that your face fills the frame. Your profile pictures is an opportunity to convey your personal brand. So if you consider your brand a little more serious, it is okay to look serious in a picture. But generally speaking, smiling can help to put your prospective clients at ease and to make you more approachable. One study of 800 profile pictures found that people view you as more likable, competent, and influential if you smile in a picture. And smile that shows teeth were rated twice as likable as a closed-mouth smiles. Consider practicing in front of a mirror to see which expression you like best. You don't want to look uncomfortable, so do what feels natural to you. What having a great profile picture means for you. To increase your response and referral rates, invest in your profile picture. It is the first chance to communicate that you are friendly, likable, and trustworthy. These are attributes that are crucial to getting prospects to engage with you. Think of it as a first step of building a personal brand on LinkedIn and making yourself stand out from the rest of LinkedIn members. Now, that's worth investing in. Write a professional headline. The second element people see on your profile is your professional headline. Most users waste valuable space entering their job title. What you should be doing here is explaining in a nutshell what outcome you deliver for clients. Your visitors have a very short attention span. All they are interested in is what you can do for them. Include your value proposition. Of course, simply calling yourself a salesperson would be pretty boring. Plus, it does not communicate the value you add. Use the next part of your LinkedIn headline to describe how you improve your customer's life. To make it easier, here's a simple formula. Job title, helping X do Y. For instance, say your mobile IT solutions enables IT professionals to manage their infrastructure on the go. Your headline could be Sales Representative helping IT professionals provide support anytime, anywhere. Or maybe you sell automated expense tracking report. In that case, you might want to go with Sales Associate, saving companies time and money with automated expense report. Not sure how to describe your value? You can usually adapt it from your company's value proposition. Alternatively, try browsing through your company's customer testimonials for inspiration. The upside to crafting a perfect headline? Once you're done, you will immediately start noticing a difference in the quantity and the quality of leads you generate on LinkedIn. Social selling just got easier. How to write a LinkedIn summary. Writing a LinkedIn summary is incredibly difficult for everyone, but especially for salespeople. You are not targeting recruiters or hiring managers. You are appealing to buyers. That means on top of finding an interesting and genuine way to describe your professional background, you must come across as a subject matter expert. Your professional summary should either answer this question: why should we hire you? Or why should we partner with you? Ask yourself, what transformation can I achieve for my audience? Keep paragraphs short, using not more than 2 to 3 lines, or use bullet points. In just a few sentences, it should give the readers a clear idea of who you are, what sets you apart, and what are you looking for from the viewer. Structure your summary in this order. What is your target market's pain point? What outcome do you deliver that fixes that pain point? What is the reason that companies goes to you? List of your services, which has the opportunity to put in keywords that's relevant to your target audience. I'm going to share with you a basic template you can use to customize with your own details for a succinct and effective LinkedIn summary. Make sure you add your personal details to make it memorable for readers. I am a seasoned, state your career role with number of years experience, what you do in the name of the industry. I'm passionate about what results you achieve for companies, partners or clients, and I've spent the last number of years helping and growing companies' KPI by percentage growth through dedicated efforts. Put in your skill, another skill, and skill. I have published or been recognized or awarded by outlets or organizations for my research or work or achievement. I am currently seeking. Write down the opportunities that you're pursuing on LinkedIn. So if you would like to work together, contact me by this method of contacts. With this LinkedIn summary to draw on, you should have plenty of ideas and inspiration for your own description. Make it personal, unique, and engaging, and prospects will feel like they know you already. Growing your target audience on LinkedIn. It is hard to believe, but we all know about 1,000 people. Think about the people in your business, both past and present, clients whom you do business with and have done business with in the past, your suppliers in the past and present, the people you network with, your friends and families, and members of your local community. It all adds up to a lot of people. You may not do business with all of them, but do not dismiss any of them. LinkedIn is not Facebook. You are not looking to make friends. You are looking for business or professional opportunities, and all of them would potentially make good connections. This context has the ability to refer business to you, and some could potentially work with you. On LinkedIn, you have the first level, second level, and third level connections. First level connections are those you are already connected to. Second-level connections are those who are connected to your existing connections and to whom you could potentially get referred to. And third-level connections are one degree further away. And those are the people who are connected to your second-level connections. We don't recommend you reaching out to the third level unless you already know each other and have some kind of business connection. Connecting to people you know. Connecting to the people you know is really easy, and LinkedIn has a few tools that enables you to grow your network from a single figure to hundreds within a very short space of time. You can do this through searching through people you may know, logging into your email and importing your address book into LinkedIn, importing your contact database into LinkedIn, and directly inviting those people you know by going through the search box and finding them by name. Promoting your thought leadership. Connecting on LinkedIn is not enough. Once you have connected, you need to regularly share content on LinkedIn in order to warm up and nurture your audience. Otherwise, you risk becoming invisible or wasting the connection and becoming a stranger. Content plays four roles. You get to educate your audience, explaining to them what your unique benefit is. You get to inform them, sharing valuable tips and insights that not only helps them, but also promotes you as an expert or thought leader in your industry. You get to engage with them. If you can start a two-way conversation through your posts, it becomes much easier to have an offline conversation. You remain top of their mind. When your audience regularly sees your update, they are more likely to think of you than your competitors when their need arrives for your services. There are four ways you can share content with your LinkedIn network: through status updates, through published posts on your profile, through direct messages through your network, by posting on LinkedIn groups. Status updates. Status updates look similar to Facebook updates. You can access them from the top of the LinkedIn homepage. You can share images, videos, and links. The most important thing to be aware of is that LinkedIn loves internal content and rewards you for sharing it. If you share articles, videos, and stories from within LinkedIn, as much as 95% of your network will see it. On the other hand, share external content and the opposite happens, and as little as 5% see it. Just like a Facebook post, people can like, comment, and share what you have published. About 2/3 of LinkedIn users view status updates via a mobile device. Mobile users love video, and LinkedIn has now updated their platform to enable you to upload videos directly. Previously, you had to share videos from YouTube. Publishing articles on your profile. By publishing articles on your profile, you have the ability to demonstrate your expertise on a particular topic, issues, or industry in a far more detail. Like a regular blog post, you can format text and add headings, bullets, bold, and italics. You can also add images, videos, and even snippets of HTML. When you're posting blog content on your website, we also recommend that you share it on your profile because blog posts automatically get shared as status updates. You can access your articles and publish new ones via the top of the LinkedIn homepage. So, congratulations, you are a brand. You have reached the end of this Biz Talk on successful personal branding in LinkedIn. I would like to thank Workplace at the River for inviting me to share on this topic. I would like now to pass this time to Joel, our host, for a live Q&A session. Joel, over to you.
All right, thank you for that very informative talk, David. Well, I would ask you to give him a round of applause, but I'm sure you're clapping in your rooms right now. Let's just jump into the first question. Yeah, so we're in this season where security is such an important concept, and even this platform that we're on, Zoom, has got a lot of flack in terms of security. So the question is, how secure is LinkedIn?
I think security is always the mind of everyone. Whether we use Microsoft Office or we use our WhatsApp or we use Facebook, we are always under risk. And there's always, these companies, they will always invest in security because their main core business is basically social media. So in the case for LinkedIn. So I would say that if I were to give a rate 1 to 10, at 10 as being very secure and 1 as very secure, I would say that LinkedIn is in the region about 8 out of 10. In LinkedIn, there's a lot of scammers wanting to connect with people. So you might get invitation from LinkedIn connection that people want to be friends with you on the basis that they want to collaborate, they want to do partnership with you. So it's very important. One of the things that I do when I receive an invitation from someone in LinkedIn is that I would check whether I have a mutual friend who is connected to them too. If I have a few friends who is connected to this person who just sent me an invitation, what I'll do is that before I accept the invitation, I will call up my friend who is the mutual friend of me and him. And I will validate whether the person is real or not. Yeah, so that's one thing that we should do to keep ourselves safe in the online space. That goes same with Facebook too.
Yep, thanks for that, David. Let's go to more questions. I'll just ask this question. I mean, this whole topic, or the talk today has been about LinkedIn. And in your talk, you did mention Facebook, saying that Facebook is more for friends. But of all the social media platforms, maybe you can do a quick comparison between the social media platforms that are available. Probably the famous ones that we know is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even the new one like TikTok, things like that are famous. So what's the differentiating factor that LinkedIn has compared to all these others?
I think to answer that question, first of all, you're going to look at who is your target market for your business. So what, again, I mentioned earlier on, what is your objective of using social media? So it could be TikTok, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could even be WeChat, which is very popular in China. And so for LinkedIn, for myself, I'm actually a training provider. I actually teach people on digital marketing. So most of my target market, they are multinational companies, not just restricted in Malaysia, but I've shown you just now earlier on, LinkedIn has about 675 million users in the world across 200 countries. So the difference between Facebook and LinkedIn is that in the business world, LinkedIn is very good for B2B marketing, which is business to business marketing. So if you want to basically offer a service to a company, a large company, you could actually filter the connections and you can type specifically the company name. Say, for example, there was one company that I wanted to do business with, just key in the company, and then I look for the connection of employees who work in that company, and I'll send them an invitation. And for Facebook-wise itself, you can see that today, especially during the MCO, a lot of people are selling things right now. So selling things from hand sanitizer to food delivery to many things. So the point here is that Facebook is more for business to customer, B2C, or C2C, which is customer to customer. So that's the main two difference. Depending on what you want to do with your target market, it also depends on what your business is. But many times that there's a lot of lost opportunity because people always think, like, for example, LinkedIn is all about putting on your CV. As I mentioned earlier, it's not about CV. It's about reaching companies out there with your services. But before you can do that, you got to make sure that you have a great profile. So like for myself, I've built my profile over the last 7 years when I discovered LinkedIn. And today I have about close to 13,000 connections in my LinkedIn as first level. And 50% of them are all C-level officers. So that's a great potential in LinkedIn. And I also want to say one thing about the opportunity. Today, we are all locked down in our house and we are just like thinking, what are we going to do? But I think all of us, God has given us a talent and abilities and given us this period to basically find that and discover the talent that we have, that ignite in us. And this is where we can start to look in terms of how we can build up our profile, whether you want to build up a profile on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. You choose an expertise that you have that I believe you can actually make some money from the expertise that you have. Or if you don't want to make any money, you want to help people, can extend your services by conducting online classes like this, for example. That's my long answer to your short question, Joel.
All right, thank you for that, David. We've got more questions coming in. I'm sure you've heard of they call it the $10 billion tweet, which is the tweet that one of the founders of Uber sent to the other co-founder. Essentially, that was the tweet that started a business revolution. Well, Uber is a different place than it was before, but that's the gist of the next question. You can address this to Rodney. He asked, how can one reach out to people on LinkedIn who have an interest in developing a new business area? He gives examples such as digital assets, capital market development. How can LinkedIn work for someone who wants to start a new idea?
Then there are many, many ways in order for you to connect with those people who's looking for this kind of opportunities. I think, first of all, you need to do inbound marketing. So what is inbound marketing? So let me give you an analogy, right? The analogy is about fishing. So first of all, you have to think about what kind of fish do you want to capture. So in order for different kind of fish, I'm not an angler, but I have a lot of angler friends. They tell me that it is important that you need to get the right bait for the right fish. So using this analogy itself, you're attracting people in various sectors, for example, whether it's from fintech, whether it's logistic, which is very popular right now. Everybody's wanting to do logistic right now. So whatever kind of business in LinkedIn itself, first of all, you got to come up with a content marketing strategy. As I mentioned over the sharing on LinkedIn. So you need to make yourself as a thought leader, as an expert in industry, in the sector that you are actually in. And the things that you need to start writing articles. You need to start having point of view on a certain sectors that you are interested in to promote yourself. I think the promotion part is one of the things that hinders a lot of Asian. We Asian people, especially Malaysian, we are very shy people. Maybe it's because the way we were brought up by our parents. We never say that we are expert in this, we are expert in that. But the point is that I think we really undervalue ourselves. And I think the first thing is that for you to even connect with those people that you want to get connected with to do for a certain kind of business opportunity, I think the key thing is that first of all, you got to find what you want in your life, what you want to do. So you need to have a content strategy. So you need to have an objective before you start trying to fish for this people. Let me just sum this up for this question. I think the key thing here is that we need to position ourselves. When we write a post and say, for example, we post it on LinkedIn. So what I do is that I write articles. I write a lot of articles. So over the last 3 months, I probably have written about 54 articles. And every time I do check on the engagement, that means people who have liked my post, people have commented my post, people even send a direct message to me. Just now, I just received a lot of messages from LinkedIn. I think some of you are in this session here. I mean, it's real time, right? They message me and says, thank you for sharing with me. And I think this is one of the key things that attracts the people to come to you when you start publishing articles, when you start giving talks like this and position yourself. So instead of you finding those people will find you. And that's inbound marketing.
Thanks for that, David. We are running out of time, but let me just ask one more question. So I'm sure all of us, the reason why we are doing this online is because we are under MCO, right in the midst of COVID-19. Well, the good news is the numbers are slowly dropping and the recoveries are increasing. So that's great news. How does LinkedIn help us in this time? I believe even as we come out of the MCO and we go to so-called go back to our normal life, we will be facing with a new norm. So how do we use LinkedIn? And I'm just asking this question because we've got many of our audience here who are business owners, they're entrepreneurs, there are people who are salespeople looking for leads. They could be even in between jobs. They happen to leave one job before MCO, then expecting to join another company. In light of this, the whole thing about social distancing, I think we are not used to being so far away from people. And LinkedIn is a digital platform, and people tend to, put an arm's length at digital or social media platforms. So how can LinkedIn help us, especially post MCO?
Okay, I'm going to give two examples. One example is my own personal example, and the other example is a client of mine who actually produced ball bearing. So one of the example that I do as a person who is a trainer. So obviously this COVID-19 has affected my business because I no longer can conduct live training in class. So what I do is that I start to develop digital assets like ebooks, like online courses like this. And I start to market it in LinkedIn. And I have been getting a lot of tractions actually buy my books. So I find that I think in this lockdown, I think whilst we salespeople, especially I want to talk to the salespeople there, you are always hungry for sales. So now you have an opportunity to learn how to get online sales because this will change your life. For example, I have clients like Great Eastern, and what I've been seeing, a lot of the insurance agents, for example, been using a lot of social media to reach out to their existing customer first and to provide very good service, show that they care for their customers. And I think from there, their customers really appreciate it because no longer they only see their insurance agent once in a year when it's time for premium renewal. But now with this opportunity on social media, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Facebook, whether Instagram, you can actually reach out to your existing customer. I think the effect, what I actually receive from them is that they're saying that now their existing customers are referring to them because of their great customer service. So that's one example. And then I have another client of mine who is manufacturing ball bearing. I think, how can you sell ball bearing over the internet? So I had a thought about that question. I said, you can now extend your business as another extension, like how Google does it. What is Google's main business? Advertising. And what they do is that they just curate content. So Google, YouTube don't create content. They actually curate content. So back to that example, I told my client, who's the manufacturer of the ball bearing, I said, how long have you been in business? He says, for the last 40 years. I said, fantastic. So it means that you know a lot of people who produces ball bearing, and you know a lot of people who needs ball bearing. So what you can do is that you can be the Google, you can be the Grab, so you can connect them. So what you need to do is to create a website that connects the buyer and the seller or the manufacturer of ball bearing. You become the redistributor, you become the reseller. So coming back from an individual point of view, I think we should take this time right now, whether it's LinkedIn, especially for LinkedIn, because I'm speaking to professionals here. So LinkedIn is tend to be more serious. Facebook, as I find that I market my ebook, people are not that keen. People are more keen in buying phone covers as opposed to my ebook. So, so you got to choose your platform, right? Depending who your target market is. But I think whether you are an accountant, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are a sales agent, a salesperson, I think LinkedIn has a lot of opportunity for you.